Good morning, beautiful people. How are you? How are you? I hope you're feeling good on this wonderful morning. Look at Sam, he's going for it already. We were chatting obviously beforehand. It's a little bit chilly out there, and Sam's going to explain all that to you as we go on through our 15-minute live session this morning and the safety features and all the important stuff. But as always, thank you for joining us. Thank you for all the support that we're getting. We're getting great support up and down the country. So it's absolutely fantastic. Thank you. Sam's stretching out. Remember, just or a quick reminder of who we are. Sorry, I'm David McLean. I'm one of the co-founders. This is Sam Murray, the other co-founder. Say hello, Sam.
Hello, everybody. How are you all?
Good. So we were doing really well as always, and again we come together for the whole of this second lockdown period in England. Anyway, over this month, I think it's day 6 or 7 now. I've lost count. From last Thursday, I think is it 7 days, whatever it is. We understand the challenges that people are facing in general, of course, with the pandemic that's going on at the moment, and then the additional sort of challenges that people are facing because of this second lockdown in England, and of course around the whole of the UK and the rest of the world. And people also feeling that level of uncertainty, fear. Of course, fear of the unknown, uncertainty. Some people are fearful of losing their job, all these different things. So we're here to give you that kind of metaphorical cuddle, if you like, and here for that support. Here to recognise that by doing the things that Sam and I will talk through as we do every day, the breath work and the kind of the mindset work, if you like, we can actually increase the ability to cope. We can increase the ability to be a better version of yourself. And of course, as we talk about this lockdown breakthrough, hashtag lockdown breakthrough, we can also actually get to a point where we can potentially make some small, in a way, but even large breakthroughs through this 30-day period and moving forward as well. So without further ado, I will hand you over to the fantastic Sam.
Right, everybody. So as you can see, November's here. It's really cold. It's getting cold in there, in that water. So everyone who's new to this, if you're going to do it outside, you've got to be really mindful of where you go. I would suggest I won't swim when I'm just wearing shorts, okay? Because it's basically the cold weather. It's gonna, even if you do the breathing will regulate your hypothalamus. It'll stimulate your vagus nerve, and it'll do all those magic things that make you feel good all day. It increases serotonin, and it's going to do all those things. But also, that water is really, really cold, and it's going to get colder. So if you're going to do it, make sure at the moment there's someone else with you. Make sure you don't go out your depth. Always stay in your depth if you've not got a wetsuit on. It's really important that you embrace the water with just shorts on, or wetsuit, or a bikini or whatever you want to wear, but never get out your depth, because once me and David have both served in the Arctic, and we've seen what it can do. That water will, if you get out your depth, you can cramp up, and that's it. So no, without further ado, now on that note, we're going to do some breathing. The breathing is really important. Okay, it's part of this, part of the cycle. The water is the final magic. Okay, and but I just want to emphasize that if you've got any underlying health conditions, before doing this, seek doctors, seek medical advice. Okay, but without further ado, I feel so good today. I feel like I'm on fire. I woke up this morning, and the positive energy that flows through my brain is just immense. And the reason it is because I choose to be happy. I choose that. I look at positive things. I listen to positive things. I surround myself with positive people. That's it. And I don't listen to any negative stuff. It goes there. It goes there. They go there. And that's how it happens. So without further ado, I'm going to crack on. I've been waffling on. You're going to come in the walk with me again. We're going to do 2 minutes of breathing from the belly. It's really important that you breathe in as much air. David's going to do it with us. We're going to watch him do it. But when you breathe in, you fill those lungs right up. This is really important because we're oxygenating our blood. Okay, this is a really important part of it. Breathe in, fully in, and then just let it go. We're going to do that for 2 minutes. Okay, for 2 minutes, we're going to breathe as deep as we can. And I want you really to embrace it this morning. Really, really get yourself comfortable, get yourself seated. Make sure it's an empty stomach before you do it, and make sure you have a glass of water. Just take a sip of it. Okay, so 2 minutes. I'll breathe in deep. breaths as deep as you can. We'll keep going with that flow, like the river going down there, because that's the only way the universe goes. One way, you've got to go with it. Jump in and go with it. Not literally, though, here. So then we do the breathing, then we do 2 minutes of that fantastic breathing. You start to feel dizzy. That's okay. Breathe through that. If the dizziness comes, breathe through your nose and then focus on the exhale longer, and that will bring you back. And then start again. Keep breathing, breathing, breathing. After 2 minutes, we're going to go into the fantastic breath hold, and this is where the magic starts. You then clear your mind of everything. Clear your mind of yesterday. Clear your mind of this morning. Clear your mind of tomorrow, this afternoon. Focus on now. Focus on you. Focus on your part in this universe. How beautiful you are. And God, we're all so good. Right, okay, so that's 1 minute. Got carried away there. 1 minute of not breathing. It's really easy. I think tomorrow we're going to do 1.5 minutes. 1 minute, and then we're going to go into that big inhale. I'll say, go on, breathe in. You'll breathe in, and then you'll hold, and you'll squeeze for as long as you can for 16 seconds, and then I'll count you out, and then we'll get in the cold water. I suggest you do 3 rounds of this before you get into cold water, okay? Again, I'm going to go in there, and even I'm going, oh, it's getting cold, and I love cold water. So, without further ado, let's go, go, go. So, 2 minutes, starting after 3. I want you to really breathe as deep as you can, and we will go after 3. 1, 2, 3. David, fully in. Go with that flow. Really breathe it in from the belly. Starting to feel lightheaded, that's good. Breathe in love into your heart now. I'm going to speed it up. You go at your own pace. Halfway there. Feel the water around your body. One with the water. Feel all those chemicals releasing into your body. Deeper, deeper breaths. I'm getting funny lungs. Come on, breathe it in. Soak that air in. I'm smiling because I feel love. Keep going. Breathe through that dizziness. Last 20 seconds. Let's really make them count. Come on. Get ready to go into that breath hold. 10 more breaths. I'm in one with the water now. I can feel it around my body. 5 more breaths. 3, 2, 1, and let it out and go. Stop. Don't breathe. Stop. Clear your mind. Listen to the water going down stream. Three, 2, 1. Deep breath in, deep as you can. And hold, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze that air up. Come on, just push that air up. Push, push, Push it like you feel good, like salt and pepper, feeling good. Let's go. David says it's going to explode. I love it. Keep pushing it though. Let's push through. 6 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. That's it. David's looking all good there. He's looking all handsome. I'm getting my top off. I talked about this one on one of my posts about my body. I don't care what it looks like. I know that I feel fucking good. Oh no! Oh no! Beep it out. Beep it out. Beep it out. Beep it out. Ah. Okay, so the water is really, really cold now. So if I was at my depth, I'd go into shock, I could go under. So I'm not going to go out my depth now. I'm going to stay here, and you don't need to go deep. You just need to go under. And I've been putting it off because it's cold. So I'm going to go under without further ado, without putting it off any longer. I'm not going to put this off any longer. No longer. I'm not going to put it off. There you go.
Fantastic.
Love you all. I really feel this morning.
Amazing.
Woke up with such positive energy. The clarity and what I want to do moving forward, bringing you all with us, has never been so clear as when I'm in this water. I'm at one with everything, with all you. We're all connected, whether you're overseas. We're all connected as one big, beautiful, conscious piece. Anyway, I'm gonna turn my camera off and put you on to David. I'll put some clothes on. Bye.
And thank you as always, Sam. Thank you very much. And apologies if anyone is offended with swearing. They're probably not too offended, but anyway, if anyone is, so apologies about that. And as I spoke before, the breath work, when I do that, I get tingly legs. My head goes a little bit light, if you like, but I feel amazing afterwards. So that's perfectly normal, obviously. It's perfectly natural. It's what's going to happen. If you're feeling a little bit stressed or whatever the feeling is, and takes it over, it takes it down under, sorry. So as I spoke before, as we talk about the importance of what Sam's doing and the importance of that aspect, it gives you an immediate exercise. It gives you an immediate change. Psychologically and physiologically, of course, as well. It gives you that change. It makes you feel alive. So Sam says, what we're about, we're not just making people. Sam, could you go on mute a minute again? It goes a bit funny with the it goes a bit funny with the water, I think. So we're not just about making instantaneous change, obviously. We want to help and make sure that you create change throughout the entire day. The feelings that you'll get from the breath work, as Sam says, do 3 rounds, actually, if you're going to go into very cold water. And the breath work and then the cold water immersion, you can be absolutely on high for the whole morning. Compared to something like normal meditation, which I meditate before these sessions, actually. Normal meditation, where, of course, you could be knocked out of that meditation within about 10, 15 minutes if you start reading your emails, you start worrying about what happened yesterday and all the other things that you've got to do. But because of what the breathwork and the immersion, it gets you it gets you to that point where you're feeling absolutely on top of the world. And what we want to do is make sure you stay there. And we can often think, well, change, you know, I know what to do, so why am I not changing? One of my favourite sayings that I use often throughout all my therapy days as well, working as a psychotherapist, is change is simple, but it's just not necessarily an easy thing to do. So it can seem like a very simple thing. You know, I often use weight management, for example. You know, there's you might be one of those people who's been struggling with that for a few years. I mean, and of course, notwithstanding certain imbalances and chemical imbalances or whatever might be going on, generally speaking, if we exercise a bit more and we eat a little bit less, then we're going to lose weight and we're going to feel more healthy. But there's many people that still struggle within society over that. And of course, there is other reasons, but you can see what I mean from a kind of generalized point of view. So the change is simple in principle, but it's not always an easy thing to do. There's key points to this, and we'll talk about this as we go on throughout the month as well. One of the key ones is repetition. Whatever it is that you think that you need to do, you need to keep doing it. The 3 Ps that I talk about, positive thinking, physical activity, and positive interaction, that creates the chemicals. So the chemicals that are created inside the body from doing the breath work and the immersion, they can be carried on by the exercise, by the interaction, which isn't as easy during lockdown, obviously, by the thoughts that you're having. And one point, the final point I'd like to leave with you as well, is that, you know what, words mean nothing. It's how you feel inside. The words that you give, the words that you tell yourself, the words that, oh, I'm feeling great. Oh, honestly, I'm feeling really good. The words that you say, you cannot lie to yourself. And we know that anyway. It's all about how you feel. So yes, there's nothing wrong with putting a brave face on it. Of course there isn't. And of course you can fake it till you make it if you like. You can tell yourself you're positive until you get there. But it's all about the feeling inside. It's very much about that. So, as always, as we know, as I've been saying over the last couple of days, we're running a competition for our 10-day breathwork. So you can get a free place on that. There's 10 places up for grabs. It's about 200 quid a session. So all you need to do is share this video, please. Comment on it and like it and tag 2 people in, and you'll be put into the draw, which is starting next Monday. As always, comment on the Facebook page. Anyway, please share it with everyone. If you have any questions, either email us at info@consciousconnection.org.uk or visit our website, consciousconnection.net, or you can, of course, message us on Facebook. Sam, we're doing amazing for time. We're actually going to finish on time for a change. So the final words, over to you. You're on mute. Sorry, mate. You're on mute.
Right, yeah, I went in the water, so it goes a bit funny. Yeah, just really every day you've got to really work at it. It's up to you. It's inside you. You all got it inside you. Every day I wake up and I go, ah! And then I go, guess what? I'm going to do something about that feeling. I'm going to feel positive, and I'm going to go back in the river because I love it. The cold water is so beautiful, especially this time of year. But you've got to be careful. I'm going. I love you all. I'm going back in.
Crazy man. There he is. A fantastic day, everybody, and we will see you again tomorrow morning at 7:30.